How to claim asylum in different countries around the world. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're discussing a very important topic. How to claim asylum in different countries, specifically the US, Canada, the UK, Spain, and Germany. We'll explore the reasons for being accepted or denied, historical examples, important considerations before leaving, and alternatives to claiming asylum. We'll also address the dangers of living without documentation and discourage illegal immigration. Let's dive in. What is asylum? Asylum is protection granted to individuals in a foreign country due to persecution or fear of persecution based on race, religion, nationality, political opinion, membership in a particular social group. Understanding these criteria is crucial for anyone considering applying for asylum. 1. United States. Historical example. In the 1980s, many Central Americans fled civil wars, particularly from El Salvador and Guatemala, seeking asylum in the U.S. Reasons for acceptance. Well-documented evidence of persecution. Strong personal testimonies. Reasons for denial. Lack of credible fear. Failure to provide sufficient evidence. 2. Canada. Historical example. The arrival of Vietnamese boat people in the 1970s led to Canada granting asylum to thousands. Reasons for acceptance. Humanitarian grounds and a proven history of persecution. Reasons for denial. Failure to meet the definition of a refugee under Canadian law. 3. United Kingdom. Historical example. The UK provided asylum to individuals fleeing conflicts in the Balkans during the 1990s. Reasons for acceptance. Clear documentation of human rights violations in the home country. Reasons for denial. Inconsistent statements or lack of evidence. 4. Spain. Historical example. Spain has seen an influx of asylum seekers from Latin America and Africa in recent years. Reasons for acceptance. Clear evidence of persecution or threats to life. Reasons for denial. Applications lacking sufficient detail about the situation in the home country. 5. Germany. Historical example. Germany accepted a significant number of Syrian refugees during the 2015 migrant crisis. Reasons for acceptance. Documented evidence of war and persecution. Reasons for denial. Perceived economic migrants versus genuine refugees. Important considerations. Documentation. Gather all necessary documents, such as identification, evidence of persecution, and any legal papers. Legal advice. Consult with an immigration lawyer or legal aid organization for guidance. Support networks. Identify any contacts or communities in the destination country that can provide support. Understanding the process. Research the asylum process in your intended country. Each country has different requirements and timelines. Alternatives. Temporary Protected Status, TPS. Available in the U.S. for individuals from designated countries experiencing ongoing conflict or environmental disasters. Humanitarian visas. Some countries offer humanitarian visas for individuals in need of protection, but not necessarily qualifying as refugees. Work or study visas. Exploring legal pathways for work or education can provide a more stable option. Risks of undocumented living. Legal consequences. Risk of deportation and inability to access public services. Exploitation. Increased vulnerability to exploitation by employers or criminal organizations. Mental health. Constant fear of being discovered can lead to anxiety and depression. Personal stories of refugees. 1. Aisha from Syria. Aisha fled Syria with her 3 children after her husband was killed in the civil war. She recounts terrifying nights spent hiding from bombings and the heartbreaking decision to leave her home. Arriving in Germany, she faced challenges learning the language and finding work, but was grateful for the support of local organizations that helped her start anew. Key points. Reason for flight. Persecution due to war and violence. Host country, Germany. Outcome. Integration programs helped her rebuild her life. 2. Muhammad from Afghanistan. Muhammad worked as an interpreter for NATO forces in Afghanistan. After receiving threats from the Taliban, he and his family decided to leave. They faced a treacherous journey through multiple countries before reaching Canada. Despite initial struggles with the cold climate and cultural adjustments, Muhammad found a job and is now pursuing his dream of becoming a doctor. Key points. Reason for flight. Threats due to his association with the foreign military. Host country, Canada. Outcome. Successful integration and career aspirations. 3. Fatima from Eritrea. Fatima escaped Eritrea, where she faced government persecution for her religious beliefs. After a perilous journey across the Sahara Desert and a harrowing experience in Libya, she arrived in Italy. Fatima spoke about the vulnerability of refugees during the journey and how she found solace in a community of fellow Eritreans, helping each other adapt to their new lives. Key points. Reason for flight. Persecution due to religion. Host country, Italy. Outcome. Community support led to successful adaptation. For Carlos from Venezuela. Carlos fled Venezuela due to the country's political turmoil and economic collapse. He left his home with little more than a backpack and traveled through several countries in South America, ultimately reaching Spain. Carlos highlighted the difficulties of being a refugee, such as stigma and economic challenges, but he was determined to pursue his education and find work. Key points. Reason for flight. Political persecution and economic crisis. Host country, Spain. Outcome. Focus on education and overcoming economic barriers. 5. Nadia from South Sudan. Nadia escaped the civil war in South Sudan, which had torn her family apart. She spent years in a refugee camp in Uganda before being resettled in the U.S. Nadia shared her story of resilience and the importance of community support in helping her navigate life in a new country. She now volunteers to assist other refugees in adjusting to life in America. Key points. Reason for flight. Violence and civil war. Host country, United States. Outcome. Active in the refugee community, giving back to others. In conclusion, while the asylum process can provide hope for those fleeing persecution, it's essential to understand the complexities involved. Thorough preparation, legal advice, and exploring alternatives can make a significant difference. Remember, illegal immigration poses significant dangers, and seeking safety through proper channels is always the best option. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and stay safe.